Hi everyone, it's Steph with Addict to Cash here. In today's video, I'm going to be comparing auction sites a little bit that I use. So I have used eBay and I also use Clearinghouse Estate Sales. I'm a manager with that platform. And they are kind of under the bigger umbrella of Auction Ninja. So maybe some of you guys have heard of that or bought from them before. The big difference, one of the big differences between eBay and Clearinghouse Estate Sales or Auction Ninja is that you need to be a manager and go through a training, whereas on eBay, pretty much, if you know a little bit about eBay and buying, and you can look up videos on how to sell on eBay, and so it's pretty easy. For Auction Ninja and Clearinghouse, you need to take a training to become a manager, and in that training you learn about their software and all the rules and things like that. So it's really cool. I've been doing it for a few years, and another huge difference between the two is, which I like eBay because you could just put one or two items up quickly. In the Clearinghouse auctions, you do one auction that's up for a week, and it's like 50 to 300 items you can be having. So that is a lot. It takes a lot of time because you want to put up a whole auction and you want to have a lot of stuff in it. Whereas if you just have a few things that you've picked up and want to sell them quickly, eBay is definitely, I like doing eBay for that. But the great other awesome thing about Clearinghouse Estate Sales, and I'm going to post the link to my latest auction, which I'm going to show you in the description section of this video. So that way you could look up my auction, and then you can also look up more about Clearinghouse, and maybe you want to become a manager or learn just more about how to buy too, because it's a great place to buy. They do a lot of local pickups, so if you'll see some of the auctions, you look to see if they're in your area. So if you're in New York, they have a lot of New York auctions, they have New Jersey auctions, and ones all over the place. If you're local to Connecticut, you could look to see, okay, there's one in New Haven, I can do that pickup. You see what the date that the pickup is, and you actually go to the place. That's often it's a whole house estate that's being auctioned off, where sometimes managers can do the pickup at their own house too. I've done that as well, and I've done a huge estate in West Hartford that you take photos and you go there, and the auction is up for a week. Everything starts at $1 as well. You can have some reserve prices, but they recommend not doing that. But so like my auction now that I'm going to show you, as everything starts at $1, and really most of the action happens at the end, just like on eBay. But another huge difference is on eBay, when you post a time to end it, it ends. That's it, and people can throw in that last second bid, and that's it. It shuts off. Whereas Clearinghouse, I love this about it, and it's really in the seller's behalf. If somebody throws in a bid at the last couple seconds or even the last minute or whatever, it tacks on another 4 minutes. So I really like that as both a seller and a buyer, because that frenzy at the end, I want to feel like, okay, I have a little time. I might want to bid a little bit more on that item. So it does give you the time to do that. So I do like that. But there are definitely a lot of but another huge difference is that eBay charges a lot of fees. So, they take a big percentage, and Clearinghouse Estate Sales, the seller gets 100% of the gavel closing price. If I'm consigning something, I get 100% of the piece, and then whatever I decide to consign for whatever that person is, I give them, maybe a 50-50, or I might give them 60 and I get 40, but I get 100% of whatever is sold in my auctions, and then Clearinghouse gets paid from the 18% buyer's premium. So that is how they get paid from to stay in business. So let's take a look at my most recent auction I have. This is the front of, so when you go on to clearinghousesstatesales.com, this is what pops up, and then you scroll down and you can see all the current auctions. So this one's in Fairfield, Connecticut, this one's Middlebury, Mohegan Lake, New York, and then you click on, this is a separate auction, and I'm just going to give you an example. We'll just click on this Fairfield. They do a limited shipping. I like to do all shipping auctions on here, so that's what I focus on. But some people do large estates. And then when you click on it, it shows you all of the items. So this has 80 items in it. And like you can see, fabulous antique Dutch silver tea caddy in the form of an armoire de corps circa 1891. And it's at $426. It started at $1. So that's the great thing about it. A lot of collectors and dealers buy from this. So that if you put up an item, they advertise a lot, and you can advertise your own auction through your own platforms as well. And dealer, you know, it's going to get good market value, if not more, because two people might be in a bidding frenzy and things can go crazy, as we know. Oh, look at this right there. Flemish Tiffany and Company sterling flatware. So there's some very high-end pieces in these auctions. So there's pages and pages, and this auction's closing in 5 hours. So this auction's closing tonight. But if I go back, there's some auctions. All the first ones are things that are closing tonight. So there's probably about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 auctions closing tonight. Some are closing tomorrow night, all the way up till I'm going to show you my auction. But these are all over the place. Bethel, Connecticut, Bridgeport, Connecticut, Woodlawn, New York. So it's a great place, like I said, to source items. And if you're a collector, it's a great place to collect items. I'm going to scroll down to mine. I think I passed it. Oh, here it is. So, Estate Jewelry and Collectibles Auction. So this is my auction right here. Now, everything started at $1. It's closing this Friday night, the 12th. And if you've watched my other videos, you're going to see that I have some stuff that I've put in videos as well. But, so some things don't even have bids yet, but again, all the action really is at the end of the last few minutes of the sale. So I have some gold in here. These are things that I bought over the past few months. I bought these really cool vintage amber beads. This is a vintage coral necklace, 10 karat gold clasp. So there's a lot of really cool things. I got these 900 silver bracelet and pins, and this is a sterling set right here. So again, a lot of dollar bids, but I'm really not, I don't panic because I know that things really just go at the end. And I'm gonna tell you that there's also, as a manager, I can look in to see how many people have viewed it. Just like kind of on eBay, you could see how many watchers there are, how many people have set it as a follow, or they want to be reminded when it's closing. And a lot of these items have that, so I'm kind of excited about that. But there's some really cool things. I have a Bakelite set here, and when you go on it, you click on each item, it has more pictures of each item. So it's really cool. You could see things up close. You can change the views of the picture, and then you can bid. Once you've gone on, if you want to become a bidder, there's directions on how to do it, and you get put in a credit card, and they charge your card once the auction ends after you put in your bids. So it's really fun. I've done both buying and obviously I sell. These are really some cool Jessica Kagan Cushman bangles. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of her, but I thought those were really cool. And some of them sell for quite high on eBay, so I'm hoping they do well. I have a Coach bracelet here. Another really pretty marcasite sterling pin with garnets. This was a really cool necklace that I got. Actually, that was out of my mom's estate. Torin made in France, marked as a choker. So it's really tight, but it has really nice hallmarks, and I want to say it might be George Jensen, like in that, because I've looked up online and there were some that were, it said Tarun George Jensen, but I'm not sure. This one wasn't marked George Jensen. So I have 4 pages in this. I have 68 items. There's a really beautiful sterling cradle pin cushion that I bought from an estate in Granby. So I'm really excited about that piece because I feel like that's going to do well, even though it's only at $7 now. But I know it has a lot of watchers, and I feel like it's going to do quite well. And I'm going to show you guys the ending results in another video, so stay tuned for that. But it really has some really cool things. I'm selling these items for, no, that's still my stuff. Again, I get 100% of whatever is mine. This I'm selling for somebody. I'm going to give her 60%. And I'm going to get 40% of this really cool antique sterling brush handled. It's 60 grams. It's heavy, but it's just the handle of an old brush. These were like her mother's or her grandmother's. This one's from 1908. It was patented. It's a really beautiful, it's hard to zoom in there, an old purse from 1901, mesh purse. And it's marked German silver on it, so it's really cool. And then this was, I thought, was another really cool item. It is a 1937 Walt Disney Enterprises Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs Dixon pencil case, and it has the original map that came with it. This was a woman, she's a neighbor of mine, and it belonged to her mother. So I was really excited to see how that piece turns out and what the bids are going to go up to for that one. These were also hers. They're German puffy postcards. They were antique. I think one of them is also marked early 1900s. This was from a different estate, a vintage military patches, and there's some sterling pins in there. And then I have a pearl video of pearls that I got from Florida from a woman that I'm selling, and she's got some beautiful pearls, and these are all up, so I'm excited to see how those are going to end up. A few of them have dollar bids and some have none, but again, it's still Monday. The auction closes Friday at 9 o'clock, so I'm really not too worried at this point. And then I have some really cool pieces that I'm selling for another, and I put a lot of lots together for these ending. That's a shungite sphere. Don't know too much about stones, but it is kind of like a healing maybe type stone. And then I got a bunch of jewelry. Now this is, I'm selling for somebody, so there's like, it's not old, but it was a person that that bought a lot on QVC. They had a little bit of a shopping addiction and they bought tons of stuff, so I put together lots. So this was like a costume bracelet lot. This is another lot that has some sterling and semi-precious stone bracelets. These were Strata pocket watches. A lot of this, again, like I said, was bought on QVC. Strata watch lot, and then I put a costume necklace lot together, a couple limited edition, this was a gaming token from the Las Vegas casino. These are vintage Hecco in Mexico bullfighter cufflinks. They were signed and had a nice stamp on those, hallmark. This is a George Jensen stainless steel orange peeler. I thought that was cool. These were from G Fox, these two little salt cellars. Those were really kind of cool. These are sterling crosses from that same lot. These were mine. I bought the little Limoges trinket boxes, and I can't even remember where I got them, but hopefully those do well. And then there were lots of ring lots. So all the rest of the lots that I have are all rings that I put together. They're all sterling with semi-precious stones. They're large sizes. They're size 11. Some of them have all 10s, but I kept all the sizes together. That way if somebody liked them to keep them for themselves and they were a size 11, they could get the whole lot. So, and they all have bids, and they have quite a few watchers on those. And then there's the last whole page is all of the more ring lots, because I had so many to sell, so the easiest way for me to do it was to put them together in lots, because it would have taken forever for me to photograph each ring by themselves. So that is the auction. I'm going to post it in the description so you guys can check it out and check out the other Clearinghouse Estate Sales auctions. It's really a great site to buy from. And if you are interested, there you can become a manager and sell on there, because like I said, I mean, I've made extreme profits because you get 100% of what the sale price is, unless you're consigning it, of course. So that is my video. I hope you liked it. Please subscribe. It is free and it helps my small business grow and get my content out there. So thanks for watching. Bye.